Welcome back to Uzi Talking 2 with part 4 with me, Jeff and Jay. So tell us then, what was your thought process in leaving the army?
Well, we went to Wheaton Barracks in Blackpool, as you know, Jeff. We left Cyprus and went to Wheaton. And when we went to Wheaton, it was so close to home, I think 45, 50 minutes, that everyone was basically going home every night. And we lost the cadamati, you know, with the togetherness that we had in Cyprus. I actually went on to my tactics card there.
Okay.
But we'd done about 3-4 weeks. I thought it was going to pass, it was flying, and then we had the car accident, me, Sven Baker, Tony Corrie. We come off the motorway, and then I come out of that then. So I was like,
yeah.
It sort of took me back a bit, and I thought, you know what, it's probably not to be this now. So that's when I started thinking about it.
So your tax card was like, it'll be more of a career in the army, become a corporal and sergeant. Yeah. So you're at a fork you told your bullet point, your ambition that you want to play football and coach football.
Yeah.
So then, you've left the army.
Yeah.
Because there's more stories. Became a bit of a postman.
Yeah, postman, done a few labouring jobs, postman, stuff like that.
So how'd you get from there to becoming a coach at TNS? That's the Welsh professional football team, eh?
Because what I done was played local, got back into playing still, and I had a bit of an injury, so we started doing a bit of coaching. So I run a few reserve sides on the Whittle.
Sorry, don't mind, just to quickly dive in.
Yeah.
So how did you become a coach then? Do you need to do a course or?
Yeah, you start doing your badges then. So I done my level 1 at West Kirby, then I done my level 2, and then I was bang into it, I was addicted.
Where did you have to apply for, online or
English FA, yeah.
Yeah, English FA, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to go for an application form.
Yeah, you get on the courses and then you meet new people and different coaches and you see where they're going and you think, I want to go there, you know, I have a vision of where you want to go.
Brilliant.
And I actually had a big help at TNS, Kenny McKenna, who was down there, and one of my best mates, Tommy Holmes, who played down in Wales. So we started going down, watching sessions, watching things, how they happen, got involved in that way. And then he opened an academy, and I got an academy role.
So that was, so you got a job in TNS academy role, yeah?
Yeah.
They played in the Champions League, believe it or not.
Played Liverpool, Man City. It was a brilliant time, to be honest, because the first team were doing really well, and we had this academy just starting, and it went massive. It just went, and you're trying to get the players into the first team. That was the challenge. So it was just snowballed really quickly.
So why? How come? Because you got Champions League? Because Wales is a different country, isn't it?
Yeah. So like Scotland, Wales, Ireland, they all have your UEFA spot, and if you finish in that spot, you play in the Champions League.
It's amazing that, because a little name from, I've got a cousin, Pam, his son Chris Marriott. He played for TNS.
He still does, yeah, Mazza. I know Mazza really well, yeah.
Played the Champions League. Hey, I've been in that side, yeah. Bless him, Kevin, up there.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
But, you know, there's so many names, and I think so straight away, you're in the academy, you must have loved it.
Oh, it was brilliant. Working with young players and trying to get them into the first team and bringing them along. When you work with adult players, Jeff, and I won a lot round the Whittle. I won Cheshire Cups, I was at Leeds, I was at Asheville. I won everything, you know, as a manager at West Cheshire level. And then I got picked up by Buckley. So I was coaching an adult team at Buckley, and I was working at TNS as well in the academy role.
So we missed a big little of a chunk then. So you became manager to say, was it Asheville?
Yeah.
Manager Asheville, did you say Leeds as well?
Leeds, yeah.
Again, how did you get them into that position?
I'd done the reserve teams, and then I got picked up. And then obviously I went to Leeds with Steve Platt. He's a Morton lad, Steve Platt. Platty, and then I ended up taking over Leeds, and we won the leagues and stuff. And then we went to Asheville, and then I had a really successful team at Asheville. And we cleaned up with some really good players.
Did you win like the Cheshire League?
Won the Cheshire Cup, yeah. Won the league. Won everything that we were in basically. Done trebles. I think we won the West Cheshire one at Leeds.
Yeah.
Then I went to Asheville because we took over because they were a big club.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get them going. So we won the Cheshire Cup in League 2, and then we went up and won West Cheshire 1 again. So over the 3-4 year period, it was very, very successful doing trebles and quads and stuff like that.
I'm just going to pick your brains there, being a manager of an amateur like a team. do you think? Do you ever come at some croppers with lads? Because everybody wants to play, and it's you pick the team, yeah.
Yeah, I pick the team, and
any quarrels or any funny stories?
Yeah, you do have quarrels. You've had lads walk off on me, and been your mates for years, and they walk off. But it's that fine line, and I always say this to kids now. Football is a beautiful game, but it can be a cruel game as well. So you've got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you've got to say, look, you're not playing because of this, or did you give them any construction?
Yeah, I'd always tell the lads why they weren't playing. I'd never leave it. I'd tell them. And I think anyone who's ever come across me and played for me, and why I was successful is I've always been open and honest, and my door was always open. You can come and speak to me. But it can be a lonely place being a gaffer. It can be.
So you haven't said on here who should look your manager. You think he's got everything that I'd love to be?
Kenny McKenna. Kenny McKenna was the biggest influence in my life. Yeah, from a coaching point and what he'd done in football, how he trained TNS from. They were like Lamford's Fried, this little Welsh village into Park Hall, massive stab. But him and the chairman had the vision. They went for it. They were in Europe every year, and they'd become the dominant force in Wales now.
And as I said, it's a good learning sort of academy, and people play the level's so high,
Yeah.
As you can tell from what you're talking about, players that come in. Is there any professional player that went to TNS and just for the camera who's made it like a?
Yeah, there's lads who have played lower level, not high level, like Andy White Charlie. He was a goalkeeper. He went and played League One, League Two, stuff like that. There was about 30 or 40 of them that really have gone on to make big careers and get it, and people who broke into the first team and then found other pathways through the football into really professional outfits.
Brilliant. So you've done your managers and then you get picked up for this TNS.
Yeah.
You're in the academy. What was your daily routine?
They train 2-3 times a week, helping different age players. The beauty of what I can do, Jeff, is I can go and take under 6s to under 18s, and it doesn't bother me.
The range?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I enjoy doing the 18s as much. Some people go, I don't want to do the babies. It doesn't bother me. If I'm doing the babies, I'll just become a big baby and get right in there and get stuck in with them. It doesn't bother me.
Can you imagine though, because there's a lot of competition and people might have different. Do you ever try and get any bribes or any funny situations where?
Well, I went from TNS to Tranmere. Asked me to go there as a coach. So when he still had the academy, so it goes to Tranmere. And we had a few parents' evenings.
Sure, Army.
Yeah. A few parents' evening where the kids, it was borderline whether they got released, and we had a few Sharon Stones and the papers going like that.
Was that John Stones?
Yeah.
My son's great, we get him in there.
They come in all sprout stuff and that. Yeah.
But you know what? To say the gateway now, obviously, our mother with the children at the counter station, they can kick a ball and they're thinking, he's going to be a
professional football.
Because the money in professional football is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the dream. That's the dream. But the dream and the reality are two different things.
So yeah, it's a hard way to get up. I mean, there's a lot of players that I knew, they went all the way. Chris Uli, Barry Giresh, Liverpool, and it was just nearly there. Barry had an unfortunate accident with his girl in a car crash. Chrissy fell out with a lad, with Ronnie Moran.
Yeah.
But they get talked to by Jack Mulby, and they're not dropping names, but they say, how was this fella? And they're thinking, these are top fella. It's a fine line to make it to professional football. Any advice for kids that want to make it?
Yeah, hard work. Hard work is the biggest one. Yeah, and you've got to be mentally strong. I was quite lucky, mate, because obviously my army background, what we talked about Northern Ireland, Bosnia, and the people who I was with, Edel Gale, Tomo, Foxy, people like that. You've got to be mentally strong. You can't just go into the game and think, I'm going to make it. Everyone will say the cliche, you've got to work hard, but you've got to be mentally tough as well. And I think kids these days, in the environment that they're in, they've got social media, they've got video games, they've got all these different things that we never had when we were kids. I think to go out to be a professional footballer, you've got to go above and beyond. So where your mates are consoling and playing on games, you've got to be out there doing a bit more.
Yeah. Obviously running and what advice for football is it always to do with fitness, isn't it?
Fitness, but you can just work with the ball taker. Like I said, I played in the streets, so we were playing every day. It was like a 5-a-side, 4v4, 3v3s. So you were challenged every day. And kids nowadays, are they going out and playing football? They'll play for the clubs, but do they do anything else other than that?
Yeah.
A few do, got it out the hands.
A few dads just take the phones off them and tablets, they don't let them have it. Sorry, no chance. They want to study, like the old school.
Yeah.
Get out, go and play football, or get them out kicking the ball. Even against the wall, like Wayne Rooney's, you've seen his story, he just spend hours and hours just kicking the ball, getting his passes correct, or if you've got mates, just play the 4 or 5-a-side.
That's it, just play as much as you can, and practice as much as you can. Because practice makes permanence. We all say perfect, we say permanence. So the more you practice,
I like that,
makes permanence.
That's right, is that the 5 P's as well? Planning and preparation prevents piss ball performance.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So it's just amazing that there's coaching now because you're with elite. Yeah, that's right. And so every day you go out and you tell me what you do.
Now, Jeff, I've got a couple of jobs. I work for Liverpool International, so we'll go all around the world with the International, do events at the Academy, Anfield, with the legends and stuff like that. I've got a really privileged job to work for Liverpool Football Club, and it's just amazing. You go to different countries. I go to Norway at least once a year.
Okay.
So always go to Norway. And like everyone says, like all the blues like yourself go, oh, you're a Norwegian.
You're Norwegian as well, eh?
But when you go there, honest to God, you get treated like a god. It's like they cannot do enough for you. I've been to little towns and little villages where the whole town comes out to watch you coach, and you're coaching their kids and stuff like that. It's amazing. I really in a privileged job at Liverpool.
So then you go to the training grounds, and you see that the first team train. Is that what you say?
Well, the first team are down the road now, at Kirby, but where we go, we're actually in the hub of the academy. We do sessions and stuff. We do all sorts, bankers and stuff like that.
Brilliant. Okay then, stand by for part 5. We'll go into depth more with the football. Take care.